Welcome back to Pay-Per-View. This session we're going to learn how to make a water bomb. They're really simple and they're a lot of fun, particularly when it's hot outside. You can fill them with water and throw them at each other. Paper's biodegradable as well, so it's much better for the environment than water balloons, for example. Plus you can make as many of them as you need. Get yourself a good stash. In order to make them you need a square. Now, if you don't have squares, but you do have access to printer paper, as it turns out, printer paper is actually pretty good because it disintegrates when it gets a little bit wet, and when you fling it, it pops rather messily. To make a square out of a piece of A4 is really simple. What you do is you bring one of the corners all the way up to match one of the side edges, nice and accurately. Run your finger along that line. You need that line anyway. And you want to cut this bit off. You use whatever you've got to do it. So knife, flamethrower, pair of scissors. I'm going to use a razor only because it's quicker. So I get my nice ruler, line that up, and very carefully slice that off. That bit of paper is waste. I'll keep that possibly for other projects, but for this project we don't need it. Alrighty, put the knife cap back on so I don't stab myself. Right, now we've got a square. So I folded it from corner to corner, and I actually want to fold it from corner to corner again. Nice and neat. If you do it well, you get nice sharp points. You need sharp points. Now that I've done corner to corner, corner to corner, I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to do edge to opposite edge. Now all I'm doing here is getting the folds in the right direction so that the folding later will be easier. Let me swizzle the camera around so you can see a different angle of what I'm doing. Alright, so that's a side view as well as a top view. That's the finished water bomb, by the way. That's what we're aiming for. That's a tiny one. That wouldn't do much damage at all, but the size I'm about to make makes a good splash when you throw it. Put that to one side for the moment. Alrighty. So, what we had done is we had done corner to corner, corner to corner, and flipped it over. These are now mountain folds, that's good. We want to do edge to make valley folds in between them. Nice and accurate. Open it up, turn the paper around, do the second valley fold. Again, nice and accurate. Alright, now the paper wants to do the right thing now. The folds are actually forcing it to go the right way, and what you've got to do is from underneath you've got to push, and what you get is a little pyramid form, which is cool. Let it form, let these edges fold in, and you get what is called the water bomb base. In origami, that's a really popular base. Lots of different things apart from just what water bombs are made from this, because it's got 4 nice big flaps. So we can do all sorts of bits and pieces with this, but we're going to make a water bomb. Alrighty, have this point facing you. These 4 flaps all get treated similarly. We have to fold them down and lock them in place so that they don't come unraveled when you fill them with water. So the way you do it is take that corner and pull it down to that point. In doing so, it looks like that. Do the same with this corner, pull it down to that point. And what I like to do is I like to add an extra crease across the middle here so that I can see where the half is. And you can just take that flap that you've just folded down, fold it back up, and very lightly put a crease there just so that you can see the middle point, middle line. Okay, points down. Next we're going to lock this flap. So I'll teach you the technique and then you've got to do it another 4 times. So the first thing you do is take this corner and fold it to the middle. Here's where your middle line, the guideline, helps. Fold it to the middle. Next, you've got less of a flap loose. So what I like to do is I like to take this flap and fold it along this line. Fold it out so that it sticks out like that. Then fold it back so that it sits on top of itself. And here's the only trick in this model. Now you can get that corner that you folded earlier, and you might not have noticed it before, but there's a pocket there. Stick your finger in, open up the pocket. So now we've got a pocket and we've got this triangular flap, and you can actually push the triangular flap into the pocket. It goes all the way, nice and neat, and then when it's folded back down, that's locked. Let's do it again. Take this corner, fold it into the middle. Now we've got this flap to lock, across, back on itself. Find the pocket, you need to open it up. Push the flap into the pocket, and it's locked. We're going to flip it over and do the same on the other side. Take this big long corner, pull it down to here. That big long corner down as well. So I need a center line. Might only do it on one side. So long as I can see where the middle is, that's all that really matters. So I'm going to lock this one first, just because I can. Fold it so that it's pointing to the middle line. This little flap, fold it out, fold it back on itself, find the pocket that it's got to go in, tuck it away, push it into the pocket, close it all. Do the last one. So you had to lock all four corners. If you don't, the water gets out, or it breaks up as you throw it, which is a bit embarrassing. Good, good. Fold that up, tuck it away. Now we have the water bomb. It doesn't look much like a water bomb, but it's nice and locked and stable. Now what I like to do is to help it be a little bit squarer. So this bottom corner here, I just add an extra crease backwards and forwards. Turn it over, backwards and forwards. That just gives it an extra fold, so that when we inflate it, we're going to get a nice square bottom. You can do it on the top here. There are a few more layers. It will make it a little bit tidier. Now, I did mention top then, and there's a reason I mentioned top, is because it does have a top. This is actually waterproof when it's blown up. And this little point at the top here is the only part of the model that's actually open, so we can actually get water into there in a little while. The way we blow it up, I'll have to change the camera angle. This looks a bit weird, but you take it and you separate it so that you have all four edges out like that. So this is the bottom, this is the bit that has an opening, and there's actually a little hole there. And what you've got to do is you've got to, in a quick, short puff, inflate it. So you're going to be blowing into there. And now we've got a water bomb. And you'll notice that there's a hole there. And the nice thing is that you can actually go to a tap, fill it up, that thing will hold water. And that's really cool because then you can fling them full of water and they pop. Let's make another one, just to repeat the process. So I've got a square, corner to corner. Corner to corner. Flip it over. Edge to opposite edge. Open it up. Edge to opposite edge. Open it up. Now help it form the little pyramid by pushing from underneath the middle point. And it wants to fold up. Let it. Keep the sides in. let it do that, and we now have a triangle base, or a water bomb base. That point facing you. This edge down, this edge down. And we're going to lock this. Need a center line, so I'll just pull that flap up a little bit just to give myself a visual line here. Take this corner right into the middle. Now we've got to take this flap across and across on top of itself. Then find the pocket, open the pocket up, slip that in, and first one locked. Second one, match the points match. Little flap across, little flap across, open up the pocket, tuck it in, first side locked, flip it over, big corner down, big corner down, find the halfway point, like that, corner in, flap out, then back on itself, find the pocket, tuck it into the pocket. Last one to do. Corner, flap out along that line, flap back along itself, find the pocket, tuck it into the pocket, and we're done. Next we have to blow it up. Again, I'll try and demo that technique. It's a bit weird when you've not seen it before. Nice and blown up. Okay, so what you've now got is a pair of weapons. You gently separate the layer, fill it with water, and then fling it at people who aren't suspecting. Give it a go. Your turn.